This podcast contains dumbasses doing dumbass things. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to... Okay, goddamn.
It's tradition at this point. It's tradition. Roll with it. Roll with it.
Yeah,
we
just
keep
keep rolling.
going.
Keep rolling.
Love
Hello,
that
everyone.
Shane got
Welcome
muted.
back to... Welcome. Shane muted himself.
He had to
Welcome back to
unmute to
Dice
cut
Rolls
Dimitri
Can't Kill.
out. It was fucking good.
Yep. Welcome back to Dice Rolls Can't Kill, everyone. Episode number, season number. It's a great time. It's like season 3 something numbers. Numbers are irrelevant, people. Math not good. I act.
I want to say 10.
You
No, no.
play Dungeons and Dragons.
Shut up!
We kind of have to, Matt.
Shut up!
He's a DM.
No,
He fudges his rolls. I'm kidding.
Yeah. I make
just
everything
rolls a die and
move.
just says the numbers.
Cheating? How is it cheating? I'm God. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Lord
Oh,
Sauce, we pray to you, Lord Sauce.
No,
All right.
Dimitri
Welcome,
is
everybody.
advice
Welcome
God.
back, everybody. We got a lot to get through in this episode. Well, a lot that's questionable. It depends on how the pace that goes. Either way, we got stuff to talk about.
God, that last
Coda.
episode was a snooze fest.
Okay, Ryan, I'm trying to get on through this. Okay, you're interrupting. Okay, please put your brother in the muted zone.
Joke.
Please don't say what the Sigma.
Oh my god. Negative aura points for all of you.
Gooning.
Coda. No, shut the fuck up, Coda. What do we have? What we gotta talk about?
So you should go and check out Dicescape and the
Dicescape.
Strangers Guild.
Strangers
They
Guild.
are dear friends of ours.
Dear friends of ours.
I'm going to kill Dimitri.
Kill Dimitri.
All right, Anna, your turn.
wow.
Hi, we have merch.
Derek.
Oh shit. This is plot twist.
We have merch
Find us at
taken.
Redbubble or B Square.
Why?
That was
Because
my
if-
that was my man voice.
if
It
you
was a really good man voice.
really good.
Thank you.
Oh,
We have a new
You're welcome.
sticker. Insert new sticker.
We do?
Hey, let's
Is it
go.
the
It's Noblin.
It's Noblin mug.
no.
It's
Oh,
my
I
mug
guess-
shot.
I guess I've already seen that one, so it's like not new to me. And I think we already sold one actually.
Noblin's a
Hey.
Hey,
Oh.
Paisano, as they say.
Hey.
Good shit. Go check it out, y'all. Go check it out. As per usual, you know what to do. At least I hope you know what to do now. If not, then if you don't know how to use Redbubble,
Red Rover.
Red Rover, figure the fuck over.
Okay, Scooby Doo.
Let's. So anyway, besides
Ruh-roh.
that, let's all get settled in. Are we all ready? Anybody else got anything they want to add?
Yes, mayonnaise is not an instrument, and neither is horseradish.
Hmm.
Thank you
Oh,
for
good,
the wisdom.
Yep.
Then we're gonna put a pin in
Makes
that
sense.
idea. Forget
Makes
about
sense why you
it.
have a
for
negative
2
one
months.
now.
Yep, we're going crazy. Us. All
Saying
right,
something about
let's get on
You hate
rocking.
my genius.
All right. Let's get back onto it now, shall we? Welcome back to hell, everyone. Last time we left off, deals were made. Well, almost made. Things occurred. Magic occurred. Y'all talked. But most importantly, all of you sat down for the first moment in a while and realized that this whole escape hell circumstance is going to be a lot more complicated than simply battling your way out. To quote Kendrick Lamar, there's levels to it. You and I know. So, bitch, sit down, be humble.
Good quote. Good quote.
And I
Fucking
shut the fuck
beautiful.
up sometimes. Anyway,
was so
all
good.
of you spoke to one another. And of course, hashed out some conflicts. New conflicts arose, but overall, all of you realized you needed to get out one way or another. But before you could finalize a plan and finally agree on what to do, a portal opened beneath your feet, whisking you all away, teleporting you all to a location that may just be figured out within the next few minutes, maybe even less, not even few minutes, couple seconds maybe, shake of a lamb's tail. Either way, Your objective to escape hell still remains. What will happen now? Well, we'll find out now. On dice rolls can kill Ball Z.
Oh
Anyway.
my
Objective
God.
survive.
Yeah, objective survive like it's
Yeah.
Halo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Reach. All
Man,
right,
it's a good game.
let's get on to it. So, you all are whisked away and immediately feel the ground beneath you that was once sort of like soot, ash, and just dust. So a little bit of straw, even, is immediately met once again with stone. Not cold stone. Or this, it's kind of like lukewarm stone. Not the creamery
Dang.
soda. I saw your fucking face.
The temperature difference or our feet steaming?
So is it like more like milkshakes, kind of? Like they mix things into a
Oh.
milkshake since it's lukewarm?
It's
or...
more like just milk that's been sat out of the
Ew.
fridge for too long. Anyway,
Ew.
Cheese.
Tasty.
Well-
Got you.
anyway, before the situation can curdle more, let's get on.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
You're
God.
welcome. Anyway, all of you feel the ground beneath your feet change in texture, a little bit of the temperature, but nevertheless change. And all of you open your eyes and see yourselves on a podium, a familiar podium,
Oh,
within
no.
a familiar cathedral-like building. But all around you, you see various devils and hellspawn, all looking towards you. As you hear a voice ring out. Our next offers for the market, for the Sanguine Theater. Stand, all of you. He lifts his fingers, and all of you feel your collars immediately begin to burn a little bit as you all stand up. Are forced to your feet under the command once again. This right here, you all just witnessed them fight. And we have some early pickings now, do we? But of course, you all saw them fight. You saw them metal, what they can do. These filthy mortals from the material plane. The ones you all doubted. Now up for auction.
Do I see him?
Make a perception check.
As big as fuck, Dakota Rose.
17?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Shit.
There's too many. Where there was once originally like a good amount of like hellspawn and devils and fiends all corralled here. It's almost like there's more crammed into here. Now, all of you, why don't we start the bidding? Of course, I was given special instruction. Special sympathies and condolences. A humble request to keep all these people together. They're a package deal, you see. Bound, of course, by my law. I must keep it. So, all of them, let's start bidding. He points off. And you hear a voice call out, 100! Start 100! Another one. 200!
All of us?
So
250. Yeah. And 200! 250!
Damn, we're expensive.
You hear a wider range of
$100?
numbers. Yeah, $100. Yeah. Okay. Listen. Inflation hasn't hit the hells yet. Okay,
Oh my
$100 is not getting.
7 of us?
Do they accept Venmo?
Oh my God. I was gonna like
What's
whisper
Zelle?
to my voice like, you think that's expensive?
Do they have like a Kofi
I'll pay
or?
you with Visa gift cards.
350.
Oh my God.
400. 500.
$500.
Use my tart. Can I use my target red card for this, or?
Can I
Oh,
hear what we're
jeez.
getting bidded on, please?
Sorry.
So, you hear a wide array of numbers get shouted out by several different voices, and you see Proteus is just indulging in all of this. Eventually, the price raises to like 1,000, and some people say, "Stay silent." 1,050. You hear a couple laughs as someone calls out, 1,051. Someone's just seemingly being petty.
Iconic.
Bruce Wayne.
My God.
75,000.
Oh, what the fuck?
Didn't you say
They
that?
really want us.
Goblin
As
is
that's
so
telling me you
fucking
says
happy
that.
hearing that.
As that's
They want us
called,
bad.
all the voices who are calling out go silent, and whispers begin to call out. And even Proteus is kind of taken aback at that. Who said that? Which one of you said that? 75,000. Or is that too cheap for you, Proteus? And you see the devils begin to part ways as you see a lone tiefling walk forward, hood down. He steps forward.
Is he cute?
Oh my God.
I mean, what do you
Can we
think?
see a picture of him?
He's your
There's a
savior.
picture of
To
him.
romance the
I
tiefling.
did send you guys.
There's a picture of him. Yeah.
I
Roll
can
for
resend it.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Either way, what
Oh my
for the people
God.
who don't have the picture,
Will
he is in a long raven black cloak with a fur collar around. Sort of, I will just say slim, handsome features adorn his clean face. Long black hair, orange eyes, red skin, long horns, and his ornaments are gold and black as he steps forward. He is very much like plenty of the devils are taller than him, right? But he steps forward, nevertheless. Does anyone else wish to try my hand? He looks towards a couple of the devils in regal garb that just hold their tongue. A couple whispers said. And Proteus looks out towards the tiefling. Well, there's a face I wasn't expecting on seeing. Aureus. I thought you weren't for the games. $7,500 or 75,000. Take it or leave it, Proteus. I see you've caved in. So, to Aureus, the most honorable devil in hell. As you see Proteus gingerly kind of bows his head a little. And it's then that you see him step forward. And he's parting the sea of devils as he steps forward. Step.
Is it a Red Sea?
A Red Sea, yes. Part the Red Sea.
Moses?
Oh my God.
We've officially committed blasphemy.
I'm cool with
He
that.
gets
We've
up.
done that all the time.
Proteus holds out his hand. His greasy, mangled hand with all of its rings. And holds it out, waiting for his payment. And it's then that you see this tiefling named Aureus snaps. And a pouch lands, a heavy pouch lands in Proteus' hand. My. Never thought I'd see this kind of wealth in the Hells. Not for some time. You really must be desperate, Aureus. He nods his head, looks towards all of you. Hand over the rights. And it's then that you see Proteus pull out a gold coin. Familiar gold coin, Noblin. And pass it over to this Aureus person. Clasps it in his hand as he looks towards all of you. Follow. All of you. Move. And you feel your collars flare up a bit as you're then forced to march along. Aureus follows along as Proteus calls out, "Don't trip on the way out there. I hope to see you again." Oh, I do. He begins counting these coins in this pouch. A bunch of the devils all watch you as you all step and walk forward. And then eventually you all leave. The doors close behind you, the infernal guard once again returning to their watch as you all begin to march through the streets of Dis, the sort of infernal, disheveled streets of Dis. Of course, it's as uncomfortable as it originally was. But you all continue to walk forward, the tiefling remaining silent.
Where do you think we're going?
Quiet. He snaps, and all of you
This way.
feel your lips get sealed.
Thank you, Ryan.
Oh my god.
What?
We were sitting on that.
What? What?
You're
What were you saying? What?
he said
So
this
where are we
way.
going? He said this way.
My God.
Oh my god. I could
King of
just
Zing.
see.
I have another reason to laugh at the name Dis now. Great. I'm gonna break every time. Yeah,
I slowly
sorry.
watched Ryan
Oh,
get worse and worse until he finally was able to make a diss joke. It
till he
was so
said it.
bad.
Anyway,
Bro.
God.
the fact that I can hear Oreos in the name Aureus is already bad enough.
oh, great. Thanks. You know what? Rocks fall, all y'all die. Thank y'all so much for joining today's session. This campaign. Wow.
At least I
So
got to
in-
see our
sorry.
Pookie Bear Tiefling one last time.
He's
Either
the
way.
greatest devil in all of hell. He's your Pookie?
I don't have any good boy points you
What
can take
happened
from
to
me,
your
so
man?
get
Either way,
Huh?
all of you begin marching through the streets and march
Mhm.
for a long time.
Oh,
in
that's a different
silence.
campaign, my bad.
You
Oopsie.
begin to march further and further and further and further. The landscape of this is definitely far beyond that of any city that you've seen in the mortal realm. Towers that rise in wide variety of ranges. The tallest peak even that you can barely see goes up to maybe 666 stories up.
Yeah, I see what you did there. It's because 666 represents hell. Just in case
Anyway.
anyone at home didn't know that.
Ah, thank
It's
you.
great.
Thank you.
This is
All of
a-
this
Oh, we're
in
devolving into madness.
a disheveled, chaotic design that doesn't seem well for a city of order. It's almost as if it's building on top of itself and can't stop building. It reaches for endless ranges. But all of you continue to march. the thing you notice as all of you march through the streets, following Aureus. No one looks him in the eye. No one crosses his path. Occasionally, there are some people that sort of look at all of you and will get close, but Aureus doesn't pay any heed. Just focused on marching. And this entire march, what feels like hours, goes by in silence. He doesn't utter a word. Eventually, as you all march through the streets, continue forward, you eventually come across what seems to be blackened gates. A large black steel wall that wraps around a section of this. The surrounding area, of course, buildings have conquered and risen high and high. But this is a gate, a wall that is built around what seems to be a last standing spire of sulfurous rock that bends upwards until eventually you see as it rises and rises. A lone, dark manor sits on this ashen hill. As you all step further and further and further, you ascend until eventually you reach the doors themselves. He looks towards all of you, standing there. Nods his head. He takes the coin, the gold coin that he was given, puts it in his pocket, goes to the door, knocks a few times. You may speak now.
Okay.
We were bought by Bruce Wayne.
Oh my god.
God.
Who the
I have a question.
who the, f- who the
Where's your
fuck is
butler?
Bruce Wayne?
May I speak to your butler about your bat cave?
Oh my god.
I don't have a bat cave.
You do have a butler.
Yes, any nobleman does within hell.
I'm glad to know that you're of good stature.
Nope.
And a respectable man.
Right.
Apologies for that show, but whatever you have to say that is of prominent importance, let's wait till we're inside. The
Where
doors
exactly is this?
eventually open. The doors begin to open as you see a man standing at about 7 feet tall, long white locks that goes down to about the center of his back, and a well trimmed beard, glasses, and what seems to be a black suit. As he
Oh, it's
steps
Fancy
forward.
Gandalf!
Yeah, Fancy Gandalf. Thanks. Really cool.
Alfred.
God damn it.
Oh my god. I love you, Mitri, I promise. I want you to know that if I didn't make jokes,
Oh.
would not be
Hmm.
so invested in this, man.
Stop.
So invested in this.
You see as this man steps forward.
Yo.
Oh, yes. Welcome home.
Is
He looks at all of you.
he's human?
You can roll an investigation check to see
Oh yeah?
what he
He's
is.
a tall ass human. It's probably gonna be really
Yeah.
bad. Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but one of Noblin's famous roles that he played was Sherlock Gnomes.
Fuck it, I'm
Oh
curious.
my god.
Active fucking words!
He does have
go.
human-like
Wow.
features. He is very
Okay.
pale
Very tall.
and very tall.
Oh.
Pale and tall. as he looks
Oh.
towards Aureus. And then his eyes look towards all of you as he then adjusts his glasses. I see you went to the market. I thought you weren't going to participate in such things. Aureus looks over. I have plans, Morose.
Oh.
Calm yourself. Follow me, all of you. And with your free will, of course. As he steps in, and Morose simply bows his head and gestures for you to follow inside. But this time, you are not commanded to follow.
To follow, sure.
Mary will immediately try to match strides with the tiefling. A little bit desperately,
As
but
you
more desperate
immediately
for like.
enter, Mary,
Mm-hmm.
that burning sensation of the hells, the tearing in the ceiling, the chaotic energies that flustered your mind, immediately goes away.
She like stops for a moment, and she like kind of takes in the feeling of being okay for once since getting into hell, and she'll turn to the others and give them this like she like relaxes her shoulders a little bit, and she goes, I'm not. And then she'll like kind of shake her head and like return back into stride with him, and she'll go, you know my deity.
Yes, I do, and unfortunately, I know her worshippers all too well. Please, all of you inside.
Yeah, Atlas is entering. He's immediately following behind Mary.
Daughter's gonna
What
look
do you
for any
mean,
danger beforehand.
unfortunately?
Wait till we get to my study, and then we can speak. As all of you enter, you see elaborate Victorian design. It is a beautiful Gothic mansion. Blackened steel, red carpets, all the accoutrement of a wealthy devil.
My dream.
But there's a sense of hollowness in these halls. An emptiness. But nevertheless, as all of you enter, you can't help but feel that there is a calmness within these halls. Of course,
Question.
as all of you, what's up?
When walking down these halls, are we seeing any paintings? Like,
You are seeing
how are the
paintings.
walls?
Great paintings of various soldiers. It's not the front foyer. Once you sort of enter, it is very much depictions of hell and sort of, all the accoutrements that come with, a fiendish architecture. There's, pictures of despair, of burning bodies, of the war-torn lands of Avernus, like all these great,
Very
infernal.
pleasant, I see.
Yeah, very pleasant. But once you start pressing further and further into more, into farther hallways, you begin to see paintings of people, of grassy fields, sunset horizons. And also, one thing you do all notice is the occasional floating broom or flying silverware that skates across, seemingly as there's entities within this manor that are doing chores. You
Are we
pass
like
by a
Beauty and the
kitchen
Beasting this shit?
it is like Beauty and the Beast kind of shit.
Hot.
Hey.
Hot. Hot.
Listen,
You
don't
see
worry
as
about
all
it.
of you follow, Morose is behind for a bit. But then eventually, as you guys reach this large staircase that begins to wind up, Morose stops and looks towards Aureus. Master, if you would allow me to leave now, I must attend to other business within the manor. Aureus looks over. Of course, as always, just be ready whenever you hear my call. Morose bows deeply and returns to his full height and walks off. The study is not too far. Follow me, all of you. And eventually,
How far are we moving?
How far are you moving?
Yeah.
This is a elaborate manor. It is grand. And it seems that whatever wealth he preached about at the auction, this manor is definitely something to back it, like to show
Yeah.
that
There's merit.
there's merit.
Mm-hmm.
As he steps up further and further and further
Coda.
up the stairs.
This manner?
This man,
My
yeah,
God.
this manor.
My
This manor.
God.
Yes!
Ryan.
Yes!
Can we have like two disc joke, like a disc joke counter somewhere on
Yeah,
Could
screen?
these do psychic damage to whoever we have to fight
I'm
eventually?
pretty sure it's
Like
32
early?
for someone.
Yeah, no,
Like
I'm getting psychic damage in
retroactively.
real life, so it's great.
If we defeat the DM, we win.
Yay!
Really.
Dungeons and
how you win
Dragons.
D&D.
Anyway, all of you continue pressing further and further until eventually Aureus leads you to these fine, sort of dark oak doors. Excuse me. Wow, I don't know where that came from. I don't know if the burp caught on mic, but that's okay.
No.
It did.
Okay. Well, and thank you for being, courteous. Anyway,
I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it. I was
these
being
dark
honest.
oak doors, as Aureus pushes them open, and you see a fireplace. It is a large study. A fireplace at the back end that seems to be burning this blue flame. A desk, a brilliant, beautiful desk, well crafted. Various papers scattered all about, books all around, and the shelves themselves reaching all the way up to the rooftop, with some of the books even shifting around, as if some entity is reorganizing it. Either way, he goes and steps behind his desk. And as he steps behind his desk, he goes to a stand, well, not a stand, a table that is by right next to the fireplace that has a bottle of this reddish liqueur and a glass that he grabs for himself and pours. And he immediately takes a sip. Snaps, and then the door, as all of you enter, closes. Apologies for using the powers that are bestowed upon me. He takes one more sip and then places the glass down. You all were far from cheap, but that is fine. I can live with that, I think. Your names, please.
Noblin Nottingham, at your service, your majesty.
Oh my god.
Please,
Is this
no
man some
need for your
fake creature?
No need for your majesty.
Okay,
Not
so
within this household.
what should I call you then?
You may call me Aureus.
All right, Aureus.
I'm Mary.
Liam.
And the rest of you?
Daja.
Bruce.
No. Jesus Christ.
Wade.
Bruce.
Oh my god.
James.
Batman. it's the fucking game where it's like, what is it? Wally West, Clark Kent, Batman.
Oh my god.
Batman.
All right.
No.
He looks towards you.
Aberon.
Avron McAvron.
Last name drop.
Well, all of you. As I said, you weren't worth. Well, you were definitely a pretty penny to say. 75,000 soul coins is not cheap.
Why did
But
you
I
do it?
You, Mary. As I said before, I know you're goddess. And someone I know would be very mad if I were to let a worshipper, a fellow worshipper of hers, of her church, I should say. I don't know. I'm not a religious man. All that I do know is that there would be a very angry paladin knocking on my door, and I do not want that.
Oh, the word paladin gives Mary an expression I don't think the party has ever seen. It's like her eyes go bright and like she like perks up and she takes like a half step forward and she goes, "A paladin."
Yes. She would be very mad. That's for sure.
At the mention of the gender, she kind of the brightness and the perkiness kind of fades slightly. I see. Is there a way that we can we're trying to get back. Is there a way that we can contact her?
I had a sense you were trying to get back, and I know for a fact that it's why you. Well, it's obvious you're not here for your own reasons. I can smell the, well, alignments on all of you.
Oh,
What else can you smell
well,
on me?
that's
I can
interesting
smell
because my
someone who hasn't
alignment is
bathed.
still.
I could smell, well, you haven't bathed in a while, which that will change, of course.
Yay!
Which is
Yippee!
good. But nevertheless, I know at least there is an intention with all of you that you wish to escape, yes?
A little bit.
Yes.
Little bit.
Maybe, I don't know.
The
Maybe. It would increase our chances of survival. Yes.
Well then, it's a good thing I got to you. And no one else challenged me. Because I think that we can work out a deal that could benefit us both.
Oh,
and this deal would be
Your freedom.
in exchange
I
for what?
will assist you in escape. It'll take some time, yes, of course. There is no guarantee of any ways that I can help you in this current state. It will take time, research, and I'll put all my arcane knowledge to the test. But to transport all of you would be rather complicated. But I want nothing from you except, well, your prowess, your combat ability. I seek a spot, a seat, if you would, amongst the barony, the ones who run the same with them.
Mm.
You want us to fight one of them? Or a champion of theirs?
Not fight one of them.
Build your
To become
reputation.
champions. To become this season's champions of the Sanguine Theater. Help dethrone Kaiser himself.
Sorry, how would becoming champions do that? other than obviously build your reputation? How?
It will build my reputation, yes. But, to be transparent with you, how the Sanguine Theater has worked is a master, such as myself, enlists, well, gladiators, people to fight within the ring, to face whatever games they throw at them, and rise on top. Should they succeed through all 5 of their games, then the one who stands at the top, the current reigning Baron, the Grand Baron of the games, must secede his throne. He must step down, as is the rules that have always been that everyone who seeks the throne and is on the throne must abide by. As is
No one.
Titivolus's rules.
Right, but there's no. Let's say they're unwilling. Are they forced? Or
Yes.
understood?
Even devils can make contracts with other devils.
Huh.
And the chair is binding. You must follow it.
And if we fail?
You won't.
What are your plans for the theater? If you want to sit on top.
I don't wish to sit on top, but merely begin the process of doing so. Tell me, when you walk the streets of hell, of this, what do you feel?
Pain.
Pain.
Let's go, Leo! Showing
It's
me
really not that bad.
It's not uncommon to feel the pain. But the problem is where it stems from.
Hmm?
It is chaos.
Chaos in hell.
Right.
Yes, and I've seen it for far too long. I may be reclusive within hell, but I know when the ways are changing. And all for the worse. Slowly but surely. People grow complacent with the beasts that are wrangled within. The games that are played. The blood that is spilled. They care not. There was a time in which the Sanguine Theater actually stood for something. Stood as proving grounds. It still is. But all of it reeks of chaos. And the chaos of the barons bleeds into this.
You wish to use us to bring order?
Yes. I don't know what you're capable of as mortals. But I have lived a well-traveled life. And rarely have I seen powers, druids especially, wield powers such as that. People to be able to go on their own limits, break rules. Myself, I am in a way detested by your chaos.
Would you?
But as detested as I am by the chaos that you may bring, or whatever powers you wield, especially you, as he looks towards Noblin, I know that I am not stupid enough to ignore a chance when I see one. An oddball, a wild card. It's rare to see mortals within the Sanguine Theater, but even rarer to see one survive the opening.
Noblin's gonna smirk a little bit. He's gonna go, well, I'm real glad that someone could see the expertise in this room. And he's gonna nudge Dodger a little bit, like, eh? That big guy?
Oh my god.
You all, I'm granting you this choice. I do not wish to take more from you than is against your free will. That is not how it is worked in hell. Contracts, order. That is what I stand by.
You seem very reasonable. But I do have a question. You'd help us get out of hell, but what stops us from being returned?
You're bound by me. And I agree. Under all contractual obligations, once you are free from hell, you are free from any binding contracts that may hold you to hell. You will have your will once again. For our debt will be paid.
I'll have to think on it. And you see Liam like I explain this. He uses his hand and like lack of a term brushes his mustache. Broom?
Just a little twisting of like the little
He's like
curl. I
yeah.
can see it.
twiddling with it.
Just like
Yeah.
the little.
Yeah.
Atlas is gonna kind of like think for a second. It's like, you say you're giving us a choice of our own free will when you hold all the cards. We don't really have a choice. It's either we agree and help, or we disagree and stay here.
You could walk away.
And do
The
what?
door
Get
is always
captured
open.
again.
I know that there are travelers from strange places that tend to visit here. That tend to visit this realm. It's not uncommon every once in a while to see a drow or two participating in the slave markets here. Mortals do traverse here, powerful ones, but rarely do they fight in the pits, in the Sanguine Theater, where the game really is meant to be played. You can walk among the streets. You're more than free. Find a diabolist that can drag you from hell onward, but will you be free? Will you
We won't
truly
find.
be free?
We won't find any help from the drow. That I can confirm.
As I thought.
And I
Would-
don't like having any debts.
Would it be
Can I
possible
glean-
if?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Can I glean if he's saying everything? Like, if he's withholding anything?
It'd be an insight check, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
16?
16.
Ooh, nice.
Every word he says without doubt.
Would it be possible for us to at least take the time to rest, clean ourselves up, and discuss it as a group before we give you an answer?
You are my guests. Moreau's will show you to your rooms, whether you accept or not, and you will be bathed and fed, and free to rest here.
We're still wearing the collars, right?
Yes, you are.
Atlas is gonna be like, I know you say we're your guests, And if we are, would you mind, he kind of gestures to his throat.
I would. If you would settle upon an agreement.
Hmm. I see.
If you wish to walk away now, to walk out those doors and step into the bowels of hell, I will unleash the callers upon you. You will have your free will immediately. But there will be no guarantee that you will be able to roam this safely. That you will be able to rest in the hells safely. That you won't just end up back in the slave market. You're right, Atlas. I hold many cards in my hand. But
Never told you my name.
there are plenty of things that all of you have not said to each other.
Fair enough.
But I digress. You may take your chances, but I give you your free will to choose wisely. And know that I may have all the cards in the hands. I seek partnership, not slaves.
After rest, we will definitely have made a choice.
One of my holes. Feel more than free. You are my guests. And
One
he
quick
sort of-
question.
Oh, before you cast a spell, you say that? It's like, yes.
If we're to fight for you, would you give us, any advantages equipment-wise?
I do have an armory. Weapons that have not been used for some time, but a few things I've collected over my journeys I can
Gotcha.
give, and of course, being my, as much as I detest the word, being my slave does have perks. You will have rooms, you will be fed, you will be able to rest in this godforsaken plane. Or at least your own taste. No, I have my taste, you have yours. But you will be able to rest in mortal standards. You will be able to live freely within the confines of this home, and if anyone were to ask, you wandering this, going to the markets, say that you are out on business for me, which most of the time you are, as long as you are contracted with me. Of course, as well, you will be paid a portion of the winnings from what I receive. If not all of it will go to you.
All right.
Dimitri,
Yes,
can I see the papers on his desk?
they are written in a scattering of languages, but a majority of the ones you see are infernal.
Ah,
Well, think on it.
He nods his head. Well, Rose, show them to their rooms and prepare food for them, if you would. He speaks up into the air, then looks back down at his drink, and then looks towards all of you. I hope you see a beneficial reason within this. But if you could take advice from me, I am doing everything I can to give you freedom with here. Survive. That is all I request. For there may be gains bigger than just your freedom at play. He takes a sip, turns his chair and looks towards the fire. Eventually you hear the door open, and you see Moreau's 7-foot tall mastodon as he is step through. All of you. I was told to bring all of you to dinner.
Mm.
Come. Follow me.
Good.
I'm hungry. I'm going.
As people begin to kind of like follow him, I think Mary is going to actually take a step forward towards the desk. And she's going to say, "Is it possible that you and I could speak for a moment alone?"
Well, Rose, save a plate. 2 even. I will join soon. And as you all leave, Morose peeps his head back in, nods, grabs the door handle, and closes the door. Give me 1 second, because I know what I want to do. I want to at least get a little bit of good music.
Miss Fear.
I'm vibing this music. Ah,
Nope, not that.
Fucking sad music.
it's like
I
lullaby
just
music.
want to relax. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Okay.
music's great.
He
And
sits there. He sits there as he sort of like looks
Mhm.
over at you. He sips a bit of his wine. Would you like a glass, or are you comfortable where you are?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm not very good at this sort of thing. People have never really been my forte. But as you said yourself, there's something different about this group, something special. And so, if possible, I know you said that the best way for us to repay you and to get out of this debt is to fight for you and help you get into that, well, and get into that power position within the Sanguine Theatre, as you said, but I can't guarantee that the rest of my party will go along with it, of course. But if there's a way that I may be able to hold some sort of insurance or something as a thank you, I don't mind having debts paid, or rather, long-lasting debts. Drow live for quite a long time.
I know that well enough. He looks into the fire for a bit. Reaches for a chain that is buried underneath his, sort of beneath his collar. He lifts off a necklace. Gets up and walks over to you. I can give you reassurance. And I can give you a way out. Only you. As he holds over this medallion. I can get you out. But something tells me that that's not what you want.
I would rather stay in hell and burn for the rest of my life if it meant that the others get out before me.
As I thought. I know it's wrong. I know every bit of this seems like there is a ploy that is meant to be said. A game that is in play that all of you do not understand. That is the way of hell. You are smart not to trust. I wish to show you.
Okay.
He begins to sort of walk out of the study.
She will follow behind him.
You begin to follow until eventually you reach a more secluded side of the manor. It takes a little bit of time. You reach a more secluded side of the manor. And eventually, as you continue up some stairs, you reach a door. It opens. And you see moonlight. You see a courtyard bathed in moonlight. You see plants growing. It's plants from the mortal plane, from Faerun. Calming flowers that gently sit, grass even. It's built much like, almost like a Roman courtyard itself. But moonlight peeks through. And you see in the distance a shrine. A familiar shrine. One that you are unfamiliar with in the sense of seeing many others, but it is definitely a telltale sign of a shrine to Elistray.
How is this possible? She'll take like a very small step in.
He steps in. As I said, a very angry paladin would be knocking on my door if you were to die, and if I did not help you. I will leave you, but take the time you need here to figure out the proper path. There is no greater way than I can tell you or the rest that I am. That my title, the most honorable devil in hell, is not just some insult. He begins to walk out.
Thank you.
If things go the way they are, if what I hope happens, you'll be able to thank her soon enough.
Mary will walk more deeper into the courtyard, and she'll just kind of like sit in the middle of it, not like necessarily go towards the altar, but just like right in the middle of the courtyard, and just kind of bathe in the moonlight. Really, just she kind of just like sits in almost like a prayer like position, and she like shuts her eyes, and she just leans her head back, white hair just kind of like shrugging off her shoulders as she just takes a nice deep breath, and, like breathes in all of the plants, the flowers, and the moonlight, and just kind of, for the first time in a really long time, just lets herself relax.
You do so. You sit within the moonlight, resting. And it's for the first time in a while that you have felt your anger, your frustration, your emotions calm and ease. And how do you feel sitting in this solace?
It's enough to make her cry. It's overwhelming to not have fear that there's something else telling you how to feel. It's overwhelming and yet soothing all at the same time. Just feeling all of the anger and frustration about the party not listening to her within certain moments. It's the anger of feeling like somebody else continuously is moving her as a puzzle piece or as a chess piece when all she wants to do is throw the board off the table. It's a moment where she can finally let out in what she believes to be safe and security the pain of carrying two gods that are constantly at war in her head. And I think to her own words when they were still in the cell of telling the others what they were good at, and notably leaving herself out, notably stating what they all were good at. It's a moment where for the first time in, I think, her life since a very specific moment, she feels like she knows who she is. And she knows that for just this small moment, she doesn't have to force herself to be anything other than herself.
You sit there in that space, in the shrine for a fair amount of time. And you can't help but feel, as you sit there, basking in your emotion, letting the tears roll. Two arms, come around you. And squeeze you in a hug. And you hear a whisper in your ear. I hope I didn't startle you.
Just a bit. She doesn't really know what to do. Like, her hands are kind of just like hovering above her lap. She doesn't know whether to like turn to this person or what, so she just kind of sits there. And there's still tears streaming down her face.
It's hard fighting for so long. Keeping up facades that we can't share. Allowing emotions to rule us. Our freedom to be taken. Us fearing whether or not we will return. But there's one thing that never dies. So long as you are with me, and I you, we will always have hope. As the stars do shine in the night sky. I always have hope in you.
Why did you choose now?
It seemed like you needed it.
I've just been so scared that you were ignoring me.
You've been away for some time.
I've tried so hard to contact you.
You feel the arms raise. And this figure steps around and kneels in front of you while holding the sides of your head. And you see in front of you a beautiful drow figure. An aspect of her beauty, but nevertheless draped in this white cloth that flows. Long flowing white hair, and the moonlight begins to almost focus on her, stars glittering around her. She holds your face and says, I will never give up on you.
I was so scared that she was going to win. I was scared because she knows about them now. And I can't live with myself knowing if she wins and I can't reach you.
She doesn't say a word. All she does is take you deeper into a hug.
I just want to be a better person. Especially for them, and for him, and for you. And I've been trying so hard. I've been trying so hard.
Tears wash down your face. As you sit there, your goddess holding you. Until eventually, she holds your head once again in her hands. All she does is plant a single kiss on your forehead, and then stand. The path has never been easy. It never will be. Cling to hope. Cling to light. For though we walk in twilight, the dawn must rise.
I
You
will
blink.
make you proud.
You blink as you say that. The words finishing. She's gone.
She'll take a moment to kind of just stare at the space where Elistray once stood. Almost trying to decide if it was truly her goddess or if it was just sleep deprivation or pain or stress or all of it.
As you
But I
begin to
think
that and question that, you go up to feel your head. It's wet. Someone did kiss you. There's a warmth in your chest. A warmth of love.
she'll nod and kind of like take her hand close to her chest and just kind of like hold it, not like hold her medallion, but like hold her hand close to her medallion And she'll take a big deep breath in, kind of once again breathing in the moonlight, breathing in the plants, before letting it out. And she'll wipe her face, not her forehead, but her cheeks and under her eyes. She'll mutter a tiny little prayer in Undercommon before standing, taking in the courtroom once more. And she will head out the door.
All right. The rest of you, the rest of you goobers. I kid. All of you, let's get some fun music going on here.
Don't you dare make me cry, Coda. Don't you dare.
Bravo.
Honestly. Holy fuck.
Cue standing ovation.
Thank you. Standing
All
ovation.
right.
There you go.
So
Thank
fucking
you.
good. Ah,
Sure. Let's
stillness
go.
of that was perfect.
So,
Mwah.
all of you are wandering the halls, and eventually you come across a grand dining room led by Morose. And as the door opens, you are all met with a hearty feast.
Ooh.
A grand feast, a feast beyond all your wildest expectations that some of you have never seen in your time in Faerun. Exotic meals. There's, to give you an idea of how bougie this feast is, there is a whole pig with an apple stuffed in its mouth kind of
No
deal.
fucking way.
Like, it's a bougie meal. And you're greeted with this as Morose sort of steps forward. Take a seat, all of you. Help yourselves as you wish.
Liam will sit down.
Any choice of drinks?
Water. Water, please.
You got some
Water.
of that. You got some of that
Kindly.
stuff they had in the prison.
Oh my god, no. No, Noblin, no.
We do have moonshine, I believe, but we have water. That is what we definitely have.
Yay.
He sort of raises this silver pitcher and goes to your glass and pours out water. And it is pristine fucking water, like ultra filtered, ice cold.
Sure, I'm feeling
Like, would make a Californian cry if they tasted it.
Mm-hmm.
No microplastics at all.
No microplastics.
No
None.
microplastics.
No red
Oh.
Then
food.
what's the point?
Not gonna be good. You see, like a
Oh.
mushroom, I need my nutrients.
You need microplastics?
Yes.
Oh my god, despite how like dehydrated or thirsty Atlas is, impeccable table manners just picks up the glass and just is slowly and carefully sipping it.
Holy
And
crap,
just-
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. It's
Dodge is gonna
water for the
stand by
first
the
time in
door.
hell. Is like Atlas will sit impeccable table manners and just be like, yeah. And then just start taking in. Well, carefully. He doesn't start eating first. He'll wait till the others eat before he goes.
What does Neve want?
Neve extend opposite Atlas, no table manners. She sticks out her hand for her glass to be filled, and she starts. She's a child of the forest, so you give her food, you give her some water. She's chugging, she's eating. Like she's starting.
Noblin, that's my chicken. Back off, Noblin. That's my chicken.
Give me my goddamn leg, motherfucker.
Oh my
No,
god!
it's mine.
I'm rolling intimidation.
What is it?
This
Morose
is
comes over
amazing.
and fills from the same pitcher, fills yours with water. And to all of you, each one of you, You get a what is it? Noblin, you get a what is it? A
Got a
very
21.
very fine sort of tankard of this clear liquid that you can assume is alcohol, but it is like crystal clear. As you two are fighting over chickens, you do see, as for both of you, 2 chickens land on your plate. Just float over and land on your plate, as if to calm
That's-
the chaos.
Noblin once again looks to the sky and goes, "Thank you."
Ouch.
And I take Noblin's chicken.
And I pull out my fucking
Oh.
sword and stab you in the throat. Like, what the fuck?
I take out my short sword and I grab
That's
you.
so funny.
Morose walks over to Dodra. And what would you like, sir?
Oh, wait, thank you.
Sorry,
Wait,
as
has
the
Neve
DM,
already-
could you repeat that?
Oh, wait, thank you. Sorry. I said, oh, wait, thank you.
All right. He goes to Liam. And what would you like, sir?
Water.
Once again, pours another tankard of water, glass, even depending on your silver, like your type. Either way, all of you, for those of you who are eating, it is a impeccable feast. Every food you desire is on that table. Hearty breads, succulent meats, just the finest of fruits, vegetables, everything that you could desire on a grand table here. And as you all begin like eat, some of you are like wolfing down cups of water for your dehydration. You do see that it begins to refill itself.
Want to do feel
Noblin,
magic?
your tankard of moonshine keeps refilling.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can I
Oh,
do
no.
a sleight of hand, see if there's any like extra within this moonshine, or are we just dealing with alcohol here?
Oh.
What would you like to be in it?
Preferably just fucking moonshine.
It's just moonshine.
Okay, cool.
Once Atlas sees everyone else, like, obviously minus Dodja, everyone else like eating, he's gonna start taking like each piece, like a portion of each meal, and just Manners just eats it.
You go over to Field Magic. What is it, Liam? It's real food that's in front of you. It's not fake. It's not. It of course is. There's some minor magics at play to create it, to manifest it within here. But it is just as tasteful, just as filling as it always has been, as if you were eating the normal meal. It is the real meal.
Okay.
Your use of like.
I'm not going to use
makes
the
me wanna
absorb
metagame.
part. That doesn't make
Like,
sense.
Yeah.
okay, no, that's just me fucking speaking improper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Filler words.
In that case, because anything we desire or whatever, you would see Liam with a meat pie. Yeah, that's the food he's eating.
Eventually, as all of you are eating, the doors to the to this what is it, to the grand dining hall open once again, as you see Aureus step through. Huh. I see all of you began without me. And he goes to the sort of the head of the table and takes a seat.
You have
Called y'all
cheesecake.
rude.
Cheesecake's really
Thank
good.
you.
I want to note Dodger hasn't had anything.
Cheesecake. Is that what's on the menu today? I guess. He looks towards Morose, and like smirks a little. Morose just kind of. There is cheesecake, sir. Thank you, Morose. Of course, I will have. And you see a good thick cut of lamb appear on his plate. A nice sauce, some what is it? some salad. It's a rather sort of, you could even say like a pompous meal, but it's kind of expected for someone to live in this manner. Keeps proper etiquette. Begins eating.
Shout out.
Yeah, providing this food. This guy's my boy for real. That's it.
He looks at all of you. Enjoying the food, I hope. I hope it's
It's kind of mediocre. As I shove more in my
Oh
mouth.
my god. What?
You see him sort of
Since-
smirk at
It's
that.
fine.
I
Since
just wanted
he's-
to tell you. Thank you.
Of course.
Since he's come in, Atlas has just tensed posture straight. Like, this is... Like,
Oh.
yeah,
Tell me. Curiously.
still eating.
He takes a bite. Takes a sip. Tell me. What is a group of mortals doing wandering the hells?
Oh, boy, would I like to tell you? If only I knew.
You
I'm
don't know
so
how,
funny.
how you
Shame
ended up
perspective.
in the hells.
No, not really.
I mean, short of us just falling into it, no, not exactly.
Falling into the hells.
Quite literally.
Well, that is unique. First I've heard of it, of course. He takes a bite of his lamb. Did you make a wizard mad or something? Some diabolist? A foe?
No,
No, we pissed off Neve's friend.
but I don't think that's what landed us in hell.
No, no.
You just
It might have.
slowly turns it.
I don't know.
Amaron.
No,
He was like, what the
perfect gift.
me.
I have the perfect gift.
It's
Hold
like,
up.
Here.
This is
Yeah.
exactly
It's like
what
the
Neve
camera's
looks like.
unfocused on Neve, and then suddenly it focuses on Neve.
Like, he was like stuffing her face, and it's just like,
Yeah.
precisely.
Post that
That's
shit in
me.
general.
Oh
Oh
my
my god.
god.
Anyway.
Use that in our
No.
clip, please.
No, not the Rizzler.
Oh
Either way.
god.
He looked toward you see Aureus look towards you, Neve.
Mm.
I see. Was this a powerful friend? Or
To be quite honest with you, none of us really have an understanding of what happened, or how it happened, or why it happened. Averon just seems to think it was my fault, apparently.
Show him the crystal.
don't-
Show him your little veins.
Oh my god. Aaron,
You
I don't
have
think
to
any of the Zen-
share- You don't have to share anything you don't wish. I'm not forcing you to share against your will.
He is.
Are you gonna eat that?
Yes, I'm going to eat this.
Oh, my bad.
Can I eat it?
Oh my god.
a bunch of fucking.
Lovely.
I love this.
Atlas, are you gonna eat that?
I'm currently eating it.
Dodger.
Oh,
Dodger.
It's like a
There's more-
family reunion.
Dodger, give me that
There's
roll.
more food
Give me
in
that roll,
front of
Dodger.
you.
You can have a little
Just
too
take.
if you
Oh
want.
goodness.
Thank you.
No, you're gonna eat, bro. Yeah, you better
As
eat,
far-
Dodger.
Oh my god. As far as how we landed here, I don't think any of the Zentrim would have had powers that would have, well, as far as I know, would have sent us
Absolutely
here.
not.
Not to your knowledge. But there's been many a not a black staff. There was a man beforehand who could have done so. Manshun, maybe, but even then that would be unique to his powers. It's unique to send all 7 of you against your will. It's a mighty powerful banishment or teleportation.
We did experience a sort of pain before we fell. But then Atlas is just gonna go completely silent and just keep eating.
I see.
Everyone stomps Neve's foot.
Mm.
Oh
Stop,
what the
Steve.
fuck?
Tell him. Tell him up. Tell him, Neve.
God!
Oh.
Hits Averon.
The shin. Just kick him in the shin.
Just
I
like
never
fighting
would-
over there.
Just
As
Literally.
like,
everyone
You
seems
talking,
like
we
under
just
breath.
need a decent meal.
In Neverwinter, we have a saying: "Those who feast share."
That is not
Uh-huh.
happening.
Nom, nom.
whatever it is that brought you here. If you wish to keep it a secret and not tell me specifics, that is fine. You are my guest. You're not my contracted worker. We haven't made any deals yet.
I do have a question.
Yes.
So, what are you doing, Hal? What's your job?
You like drunk?
I
You just eat.
Liam,
What the-
Liam, don't. Liam, we're gonna eat that.
Yes, they're
Ooh,
drunk.
Yes.
my
They
father
must be.
Can I use a sleight of hand to steal whatever's on Liam's plate?
Oh my god.
Dimitri is saying
Thank
stuff
you.
real quick.
go right for it.
I did it.
Yeah, you did.
As you all are like sort of like stealing amongst one another and fighting, he just sort of waits
I'm
calmly.
just eating.
It's a long story. But my father, let's just say he made a very interesting deal with Asmodeus himself. And of course, it got him power that was needed for his achievements. Of course, he fought for something greater than I, but he had me and my siblings, and though my siblings went all in different paths, I recognized that no matter what I did, no matter what path I tread, I would always be a devil. So, I found my way to hell itself. Made my claim on some of the wealth that comes with my name, and, well, of course, I've been able to live relatively well, working within the Order of Hell.
You still talk with your dad?
Oh my god.
I haven't seen him in some time.
Looks like we share something in common.
I don't know if he was
Ew.
like my father, but he did what he had to do in order to improve his world. But I digress. I work here, make bargains and deals and contracts as any devil does, to ensure the stability of hell and that the abyss itself stays well away from the doors of Dis and from the material plane.
Talking of the abyss, did you find anything strange about it lately?
I haven't personally sent any scouts into the abyss itself, and Zariel has been rather fortuitous in the battles on Avernus. So my connections with Zariel are limited. Did you see anything interesting that I
With
should
the
know of?
abyss?
On Avernus? Or with the Abyss. I'm all for information.
I mean, it's my first time in Avernus. I think that's where we were. So I don't know if there's anything weird. And then with the Abyss, it's more of a curiosity.
A dangerous one, I see. If I were you, a mortal with something more to lose, I would stay clear of the Abyss and all its machinations.
Question number 2, Devilman.
Oh my god.
Just like more stuff with food.
Yeah, I'm still eating it.
Just swallow
Have we
first.
eaten?
Swallow.
Oh, thank you. Good call. Good call. Anyway. So, hypothetically, if we do help you, do you have any hint or anything that could help us with the next guy we're fighting? Any clues? Any scary people we should look out for?
There are plenty that roam within the segment theater, many beasts. If you seek to help me in my pursuits, as I help in yours, there are a few that you will need to look out for. Each one of the barons are followed by a champion. Of course. The one set to be running the games in its first stages this year is none other than Valdemar, the Lord of War. The one who assisted you, if I saw correctly.
You did?
Good. Valdemar is a ruthless warrior. He himself is not the foe you will fight. You would be killed. But his games involve blood sport. He relishes in war. Thus, conflict and battles ahead are to be met. His champion is known as the War Horseman. A death
Do we have the
knight
right horse?
of significant power.
Oh.
You won't have to ride horses unless you are willing to. Besides, I don't think any horses could survive within hell without any good food for others.
No horses.
Are they not riding a horse?
I think it's merely a title.
Targal, the War Horseman, is riding his trusted steed, but it is a machination of infernal magics. He's
it is
a
literally.
wielder of undeath. Your next foe afterwards, if you complete such things, it would be followed by Ephraim, the King of Greed. The snobbish bastard who was laden in gold. He loves entertainment. Above all else, would rather there be a spectacle, one worth paying for, one that rakes in so much gold he drowns in it, than there be a fight. But of course, as per the rules, the final rounds of their games must always be a fight. Their champions, well, they're bought and paid for by him. They are rather strong. Following them, of course, you will then meet, well, the Prince of Pain himself, Servius. He relishes in cruelty. That may be the hardest for you to fight. Of course, through the blood and pain that you will have to endure with those conflicts, you will meet the Corpse Maker. He is a powerful necromancer who would rather see all of you drop down to your barest of flesh and bone before finishing you off. Then you will meet the Baroness, the Queen of Debauchery, Lady Visaya. Of all the barons, she's rather reasonable. She follows the rules of the games, but, of course, they will be unique, nevertheless. She prides herself in exotic things, strength as well, but is very much keen to see battles, because she follows the old ways of the Sanguine Theater. The sisters, of course, may be a problem, but if you make it that far, then I have all the faith in the world that you will achieve such goals. Kaiser, on the other hand, his champion will be a problem.
Who is his champion?
In some cases, it is what is his champion. If it's Prometheus. But no, rarely does Prometheus enter the theater nowadays. Rarely has anybody challenged Kaiser. There is a chance, though, that Baranoth may make his play, if Kaiser is desperate enough. Baranoth the Black is one of the strongest to not be enlisted within the Infernal armies. He is death. Plainly put.
Do they not fight each other?
Therein lies the problem. Kaiser has rigged the fight. Many of the fights. He barely shows up. Barely does he have his games. Anthemos has taken his seat. Pejoratively, but I digress. Everyone there would rather sit poshly where they are, except for, well, Lady Visaya. Ephraim, Servius, Valdemar, Kaiser himself as well, would all rather sit poshly on their thrones, never risking another moment, never letting the tide turn, and the throne be given to another. Because even in hell, things can be bought. Loyalties, corruption. So Kaiser has played the game and played the game well for the past 100 years. And it's become a problem. Those are the 5 seated members.
Pretty cool. And hypothetically, when would be around the next time we fight? Tomorrow? Couple of days?
At least a couple. When you are ready to fight, you will find me, and I will enlist you in the games.
I look at Noblin, and then I look at Neve. And then, all right, cool. And then I take a drink.
Of course, if you work with me, there will be some tests that I will need to run you through to ensure that you work synchronously.
Down for that.
Well,
Love a good test.
Well then. He finishes his plate, finishes his drink. I will leave you all to finish here. Of course, Morose, if you would, when they are ready, show them to the, well, not only their rooms, but of course the bathhouse that we have. Allow them to use all the amenities within the manor as they see fit. And once you all are rested and comfortable, find me. He steps up from his chair and begins to walk away. As he steps out of the room, the door opens and Mary then enters. And as much as I would love to hear the conversation that is to follow, we've been going for a bit. I've been watching the clock.
Son of a bitch.
And unfortunately,
Son of a bitch.
we're going to have to put this on hold. As all of you feast and indulge yourselves within a place that is possibly the nicest place within hell. We're just saying something.
It's fine. It's all right.
It's fine.
cool,
5
I
out of 10.
guess.
Alright, you know.
I mean, sure, my god kind of finally made contact with me after almost a year, but like, it's cool.
But
I
does
guess.
it work underwater? Don't think so. So
Doesn't have a McDonald's.
But does it have free Wi-Fi?
Either way. Yeah,
and it can.
well, you just haven't asked for the password. That's
Oh my god.
All right,
Oh,
let's just start
my
again.
bad. My
1 1
bad.
1 1 1. Damn it. 1 1 1 1 2.
6.
Try 6.
Thank you
Try
guys
6.
so much for listening. We're gonna wrap up right here and pick up next time, where there is many a discussion to be had. A bathhouse episode, maybe. Oh.
Yeah.
Anime style.
Bathhouse episode. Hey now.
Fan
It'll
service.
be
All right,
very
kids, listen.
interesting.
I tried to think of before I go, like I couldn't think of the other word other than bathhouse. That's why there was a bit of a pause that is definitely probably now edited out. What's the fucking thing called? Like
Nonsense?
Sauna.
An
sauna.
outhouse.
Damn it, that's it. Sauna.
Oh,
A sauna in hell?
Bathhouses can have saunas, so
well,
it's okay.
yeah.
Cool. It's
I
it's
mean,
the
a
whole
bathhouse
thing.
is
This a
more
big
so like,
fucking
Cleared
manor.
away.
It's
yeah.
a
It has
big manor
different-
that
yeah.
no one uses. So it's just like it's got all
I would
the
say a
bougie
bathhouse
shit.
makes a lot of sense.
All right.
Either way,
But does
I
it have a
digress.
slip inside out in the
Oh
front
my
in the
God.
backyard?
Listen, shut the fuck up.
Into the
Either way.
volcanic lava.
All of you, thank you guys so much for listening. We're gonna
Yeah,
wrap
it was
on up.
fun.
And of course, as always, love y'all and have a good time.
Thank
I
you,
love you
Dimitri.
guys.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Yo.
Love y'all.
Wash your sheets.